Hello. So I'm going to try this one more time. Been having some difficulty trying to get this tape today recorded, so we'll see if it plays nice this time. And hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. I am next to a fire trying to get warm. It's a little bit chilly here in West Cork tonight. So I got here yesterday to my house on the Beara Peninsula, Crone's Cottage, and today is St. Bridget's Day, which is a new national holiday in Ireland, and the first one to honor a female saint. And Bridget is more than a saint. She was also an ancient Celtic pagan goddess. And between the two of them, it's hard to say when one starts and the other ends, but they pretty much have been kind of combined into one. So Bridget was honored, or the beginning of her season started traditionally on Imbolc, which is February 1st, which is today. And it is now called St. Bridget's Day here in Ireland. Tomorrow, Monday, will be a day off for everybody. And so it's also my birthday. So I was born on my dad's 48th birthday. And so I've thought Bridget is pretty cool for a while, and especially the goddess version of her is tied into the Celtic Wheel of the Year, which includes the four common winter solstice, spring equinox, summer solstice, and autumn and fall equinox. But then the Irish also celebrated cross-quarter days, which that mark the time in between those points on the wheel. So today, Imbolc is the midway point between winter solstice and spring equinox. And it's the beginning of spring in Ireland, even though most places it doesn't technically start until the spring equinox. And it's called the quickening because it's the time of year when lambs start to calve. I'm not positive baby lambs are called calves. No. It's the time of year that the lambs have their ewes, their babies, and so it's when the milk is coming in. And it's a time of the first hints of spring. So it's still cold and the days are still short, but they're getting a little longer and starting to see buds on plants. And the first flowers are coming up. And one of the flowers that's common here is called a snowdrop. And it's a beautiful little white flower. And I saw a single flower. Usually they kind of come up in clumps. They are little bulbs. And I had planted a bunch of them in my front yard last year. And so I went out to see if any of them had come up, and I found one. And I was so excited to see that there's one that's just showing up. It's not, doesn't have a lot of friends yet. It's not, very bold, but it felt sweet and symbolic. And so I thought that today I would, on my Glimmer project channel, share some big glimmers from this time last year when I was here. And so I have some props. First of all, there's an artist here that I really like, and I've gotten some of her prints. Her name is Jane Bridson, and oops. So this print is kind of a what do they call it? A vision board for me. This is what I would like to be. I'd like to be this kind old woman sitting at a kitchen table, ready to share a tea and story with someone. And so that fire's really going. So I put that on the cover of an envelope, not an envelope, sorry, a binder, that I have some of my writings and some other people's writings that embody the feel of the energy I want my house, Crone's Cottage, to imbibe, to have. And so last year I met a cousin on my mom's side. I met him up in Sligo, and I was able to go. He was able to show me where my grandfather was born. The farmhouse is gone, but the field is still there. So I gathered some reeds or rush or whatever they're called from his field, and then he showed me where my grandmother was born, not too far away from there, and the house is still standing, but it's been unoccupied for quite a while. And we were able to get up close to the house, and there's a window that was broken, and inside the room there was this beautiful big oak table and a chaise lounge, and it was kind of weird to see a house when the property had been abandoned. But on this table was a single teacup on its side, and I was excited to see it because I didn't ever have a chance to meet any of my grandparents, but especially my grandmas. And my dad's mom, who most of my family was pretty close with, she used to read tea leaves. And I had been at a shop and I got a little book of cards kind of teaching you how to read tea leaves. So I bought that thinking of her. And then here I am at my other grandma, my little grandma's house, and there's a teacup. And so my cousin graciously found something to kind of scoop it off the table, and so I have a teacup souvenir, as well as the snowdrop plants that I took from there, that now there is a single one blooming in my front yard. But the teacup looks like this, and I guess this is a pretty common pattern. I think that every year they might have come out with a new version or whatever, but the name of it is Barlow. It's made in Ireland. Edit that part out. So there's the teacup, and then I was digging in the backyard to put a plant in and digging all sorts of rocks out, and then I came across this little blue bottle that I thought was so cute and sweet, so I kind of cleaned it out, and now I keep it on a counter. I had a friend visiting, and she was looking through the binder with the writing, and she looked at the cover and she said, "Oh my God, it's your teacup." So it's actually a milk jug, but it's got the same kind of pattern. And then I noticed later that there's the little blue bottle. So this is one of my favorite Glimmer moments of joy and confirmation and encouragement. And today is my first full day down here in Beara, and looking at that and seeing the one single flower makes me feel excited for what the next few weeks might hold. So I'm hoping to keep you all in the loop, and happy in bulk, and I'll see you next time.